Alright, so I'm going to try and get this to work. I don't know what that is. Regular screws. Alright. Well, it sucks a little. That's pretty cool. Of course, the door panel is a solid door panel, and so getting into it is just going to be a remarkable treat. That's pretty awesome, actually. Be right back. So what we're going to do is there's two bolts that hold this door handle on. We're going to try and feel it. I just had this quarter drive rebuilt and it's already garbage. We're going to take the door handle off, and I think what I need to do is get a bungee. That's not good. Let's go right here and then go around here like this. Okay. Now, getting this nut or this bolt back in there is going to be a pain in the butt. Believe that. All right, so what happens is that thing is stuck in just like I figured. And what this does is this pushes this pin in just like this. Okay? And then the thing inside the door, I don't think I can, maybe I can. See this? this lever right here, it just gets stuck in. So we're going to lube this all up, and then we'll pull that lever back out, and we'll get that functioning, and then we'll just put the handle back on. Bing, bang, boom, Bob's your uncle. All right, so we've got our PB blaster. We're just lubricating everything in the door, and then we're going to try and get this to work. I'm not a super huge fan of PB blaster, but I'm trying to like it. Okay, so it seems like there might be a spring missing. Okay. All right, I like it. I put a lot of grease in this door, and it's running right out of the rusty bottom, which is fine because that'll keep it from rusting further. And now we got to try and figure out if we can put that bolt in there. And so what I'll do is I'm gonna get the handle all lubed up. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to put this handle on the door. I'll put this screw through. So I'll put this screw through, and once I got the screw in there, clean this up a little bit. All right, once I got the screw through, then I'll put the handle up against there. Okay. Now we turn this loose. Nope. There's that little seal. Damn it. I knew there was one too, and I should have thought about it. Dang it. Pays to do it right the first time. I wondered if that was there or not, and then I just let it be not there, even though I should have. All right, so there you have that. It's nice. Choo choo brum 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 brum. So yeah, it's got a fridge in here. It's nice. Got some mice in here. I can smell the mouse piss. So I'm going to, this has a RTO 14613. So it's a 1450 pound torque. It's got a manual. Rusty out. Clutch feels good. Cold ether start. Panel dimmer. Brake. I like this truck a lot. Water temperature. What's up with Fords having bad water temp gauges and having to have an extra one? Something weird about that. CB antenna, just run it through the window, it's fine. This headliner needs some of those little keepers and stuff like that, and it needs cleaned out real good, but otherwise it's a nice truck. Probably should put a little slider on there. But for the most part, just putting your foot in that hole on the way down makes it a little bit weird. I like it. That's it, guys. Done with it for the day. I wish this thing would open. Wish, and oh look, that's cool. Oh look, that's cool. Mike can repair that, you know. That's cool. I think I'll see about getting it repaired. It's nice that it's in there. Wish the injection pump was in there. But hey, can have everything. Nice. Well, guys, she's kind of in her parking spot. I want to get rid of some scrap so I can move that back. And then when Betty comes in, she'll just be angled over there. And then that's all the trucks on the property. Marla 13, 12, Franny 11, Whitney, Canny, Dolores, Fiona X, Crystal, and Trisha. Hey, what's up, guys? So back here out on 12, and I'll bring you in here so you can see what's going on. But basically what's happening is these cylinder heads have kicked out the freeze plugs, and we're going to try and put them back in. The bad thing is that I just dropped one. All right, so I just want to make sure All right. I want to make sure that it's the right one. I'll bring you in here in a second and let you look at it, but for right now I'm just gonna see. Yeah, these freeze plugs are not very tight. What I'm gonna do is get a little Permatex on there, tink it in there, and we'll fill it up and see. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a hole right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little gasket material on the outside of this. I wanted to use some silicone, but I don't have any, so this will have to do. Well, at least I can honestly say I've never done that before. Alright, so we're gonna stick it on there and just see. Alright, now we're going to get a longer one. Alright, so I don't know if you can see in there or not, but basically what we're doing is we're going to knock them in. 2 on this one, 2 on that one, and then we're going to fill it up with water and see what's up. This phone's going to overheat before long, and so I'll do it as best I go, as fast as I can, and then we'll cool the phone off and try some other stuff. Not 100% sure if this is even going to work. The engine's probably cracked, but looks like 2 over there too, but I can't tell. Nope, it's just 1. We got enough of these Cummins freeze plugs to do like 3 whole motors. When I ordered them, I thought it was just per head, but it's per engine. So I ordered 3 sets. Okay. That one's not. Got to get a shorter one. Okay. Okay. Ouch. All right, so we're gonna fill this thing up. We're gonna see we're gonna take this hose off. I'll get you in there to where you can see. All right, so we put one there, two there, one there. We're gonna fill this up and see where the water goes. Be back. All right. All right. We will have to take the valve covers off. There's dirt down in there. So far, I don't hear any water. Okay, I see a little drip on this hose that I'm filling up, and so that's going to end up running off the head a little bit. Oop, I can see a leak right there. Okay. All right, it's a pretty good leak. Where's it coming from? Oh, huh. I see something that doesn't look normal. it's out of this thermostat housing. When this engine broke, I see. Alright, so I can tell you right now that when this housing broke, or when this engine froze, it broke this thermostat housing. And I mean, it's not a huge deal. I just don't know if I have one. I don't think I do. The interesting thing is that the freeze plugs I pounded in are leaking. Let me get you up. Get your eyeballs in here. Alright, so that thermostat housing is blowed on in the back. But there's some sort of moisture on there. No, it don't look like water, but this thing right here is broken, and so we'll take this off so we can get at it. And then this thermostat housing, which I don't think we have one, is leaking. This housing right here, it's busted on this side. Can you see that? And there's a piece of cast right here. It's really surprising that thing could bust without breaking the block. So I'm assuming the block is busted somewhere. Now, I haven't found anything yet, but it leads me to believe that that's going to be broke just because of the sheer strength of ice. Now it could be that it didn't, but if this piece here is busted, I've got to see if I can find one. But we'll take this off and the stop hose off. We'll get that piece off and see if I have one. Alright, so anyways, this piece is busted out of the back of the thermostat housing. I think I have one, so we're going to take this off. We got this air intake off. We're going to take this off. We're going to take this off. We're going to take this piece off. And we'll take this off. And then we're going to see if I have one. If we do, we'll stick it on right quick and water this thing back up and see if we have any other leaks. I think all of the leaks are happening right here, right now. And so we'll bring it back. Alright, so we got the coolant filter and the thermostat and housing out. And we're getting this is the broken part here. So we got almost all of them out. And we got to get these two bolts. And then we should be able to knock that off there. Alright, so only thing I got to do is put this keeper on there, on that hose. And then we can fill it back up. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't leak. it's full of water and it's not leaking. Now granted, it's not under pressure and it's not hot. I see one little leak. And of course it's in that steel line. There's nothing I can do about that. That's as tight as it gets. It sucks, but there's nothing I can do. Yeah, absolutely nothing I can do. Yeah, that sucks. That was a pain in the ass to get on. And sweet. Well, the only thing I can do is replace that line. I'll get the right fittings and I'll run a hydraulic line there. It is what it is. Hey, what's up, guys? Man, might be a good day after all. Woke up this morning, came out to the shop, had a little downpour, then a little misty rain, but looks like there's a big hole opening up in the sky. Sun's poking out a little bit. We have more clouds rolling in, but hopefully they're not rain clouds. But nice temperature. It's in the 70s, and light breeze. Smells good outside, and man, might just be a great day. So anyways, I'm standing here next to this gorgeous piece of machinery, 11, and that's spelled out in cursive, not just 2 ones. The reason this truck is named 11 is because it's the 11th truck, and the reason why I'm going to keep it named 11 is because I love the way 11 looks when it's written in cursive. But anyhow, quick little update on what's going on with this truck. So we drug it home. Obviously you guys saw that the engine's in a little bit of distress. It had some freeze plugs that were pushed out in the heads. Also had the thermostat housing was blowed out from being frozen. And last week, before me and Jessica went on our little vacation, I started working on this truck, and I got the freeze plugs knocked in, changed out that thermostat, filled it up with water, ended up having a little bit of a leak from a hose. So today we'll get the hood up on it, we'll get this hose off, and it's a steel pipe, and we're going to take that pipe off, take those fitting off, and we'll go get a hose made over at O'Reilly's. We'll slap it on here, water it all the way up, and then we'll get the valve covers off and get a look at the valve train, see if there's anything loose in there. Maybe it's got a bent push rod. We'll check the oil, make sure that it's, you know, it's been sitting here for a week full of water. Let's make sure that the oil level hasn't changed, signifying a broken block, and we'll just get after it and see what happens. All right. So I think first thing we'll do is just check this. There's a little water right here, not really sure why. Well, so far that's not great because it was a gallon low and now it's not, and that's not a good situation. Chances are that it's got a little bit of water in the oil pan, and so before we even get too much further ahead, I'm going to yeah. So it's not a good sign. It was a gallon low. So we'll get an oil drain pan and we'll slide underneath it and see if there's water. I'm gonna be fairly sure that the engine is leaking. I'll be back. All right, so this information I'm gonna give you right now for the experienced mechanic. You guys already know this. Oh, there's another ground wire, see. But anyhow, what happens if you got a water leak in an engine? Water's heavier than oil. So if you have a water leak into the oil and you run the motor, it'll turn the oil milky. But since I haven't run the motor since I put water in it, if any oil went to the oil pan, it just seeped through the oil because it's heavier, and it pushed the oil up the stick, if that makes sense. No, you guys can't really see good down here, but it just busted my knuckle a little bit. So what I'm gonna do, so I'm just gonna take this drain plug loose. Now if there was water in there, yep, there's water in there. Yep, that's not good. I'll bet you there's a gallon in there. Well, I had hopes that we were going to be able to just have this engine be good, but I can tell you right now that there's at least a gallon of oil or gallon of water in there, because it was a gallon low on oil, and now it's not. So we're done playing with this engine now, unfortunately. That sucks. I had really hoped that all I had to do was re-water this thing. Can you see it in there? It's just water. So, yeah, that really sucks. But there is almost no way possible that this engine could be good. It pushed out all the freeze plugs in the heads, and it broke a big chunk of this thermostat housing. So yeah, Yeah, that sucks, guys. I mean, I pretty much knew that that's what we're gonna be in for. Now it could just be a busted head, but it's a lot of work actually to get these heads off in the truck. So I think what'll happen now, which is unfortunate, is I'll start getting this thing apart. We'll get the hood off and set over there on a pallet. We'll get the radiator out and set it over there on the building. We'll get underneath and we'll take the drive shaft out of the trans, unhook anything that's, you know, hooked to the trans and the engine, the exhaust, any wiring, and then we'll get it all unbolted. We'll get the oil pan off, get the oil pump off, because it's hard to, we can't really pick the front of the motor up. Man, this really sucks. I really hoped that I didn't have to put an engine in this. I thought I'd fill it up with water, it wouldn't have any leaks, and I could fix whatever the what the misfire was, and go from there. But we're gonna have to pull it. Unfortunate. That sticks me one more truck down. Dang it. Disappointing. But anyhow, we'll get the water out of it, and we'll see what else we're going to work on. Bummer, guys, bummer. All right, we'll keep you posted. All right. Whew. There it is. How it's growed in the frame. All right, guys. So I think I decided. This is the same suspension and rear diffs that Betty has, and I think I've decided that getting Betty finished is more important than getting 11 finished. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to bring Betty back here and back it up on the asphalt, jack it up, and take all the suspension off. And then I'm going to move some trucks and put this truck over there. Actually, I'm going to back this truck up and get all the suspension off. Then I'm going to move this truck over there and put the suspension, clean the suspension up, paint it, put it on Betty. And while I'm deciding how I'm going to do this engine and when I'm going to have time for that, I'll get the suspension components rebuilt and put back on this truck. This is just in really good shape compared to Betty, and we'll see. I think it's a wise choice to take this suspension off and take Betty's off, sandblast, prime, and paint the frame, and then sandblast, prime, and paint the suspension, and put it all on that truck. It's already the same suspension. It should be the same distance. We'll measure it all up, and it should just be an unbolt and rebolt, and then we'll take the other stuff that's on there, bolt it on this truck, and at least one axle bolted on this truck. And once I get an engine sorted out in this truck, then I'll put the suspension back on it. But I think that's the way to go for now. That's it.